cause y'all know what it is.
TNN Trap News Network.
I was with Rich Trapper.
I flex with you.
What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? Rich Trapper tapping in, TNN Trap News Network. Back in this thing, back in this thing. It's like cracking this thing here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. It's that good knowledgeito you're not finna get in nobody's collegeito. Make sure you hit that notification bell at the top. Hit all, stay tapped in for the latest and the greatest. Hit that like, hit that hype, hit that comment, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that share button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Make sure you tap in. Leave a comment because we're going back to the chili giveaway. So when we get to 31,000 subscribers, we're going to make sure that we pick the best comment between now and 31,000 subscribers. We're going to give you some chili, big dog. So it's important that you comment. It's important that you comment. It's important that you comment. Once we get 31,000 subscribers, we're going to make sure that we let y'all know an exact date and exact time that we will be doing a live to give away that money. You got Cash App, you got Apple Pay, you got Zelle, you got Venmo. Don't worry about it. We're going to make sure you get that chili. Make sure you hit that like button, that comment, that good subscribe button. TNN Trap News Network. We taking it back to the basics, man. All right, man, let's jump right into this good Kantiana, man. Munchy B got some things to say about podcasters, gangbangers, turn podcasters, turn snitches. Leave Rockstar out of this. Let's get into this content.
But Adam make a dumbass statement like, that's why I wanted to run a clip so it could be verbatim, but something along the lines like, the average person walking down the street is smarter than the average gangbanger. If that ain't verbatim, it's close to it, right? So, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, what you think people a part of gangs are dumb? So
Adam says that the average person walking down the street is smarter than a gangbanger, but then here's my response to Adam. He goes, yeah, because you're an idiot if you choose to throw your life away gangbanging. Bro, you're not a gangbanger and you chose to do perks, lean, crystal, powder, all kind of stuff that could have threw you off the planet, so you didn't have to be a gangbanger for that. I think poor life decisions are just poor life decisions. Simple as that. Bro, are you okay with the dishes in there?
Yes, they're fighting back.
Man, like, it sounds mighty aggressive in there, sir.
response is, man, I'm smarter than you. What are we talking about, right? There was a couple of little back and forth responses or whatever. So I'm watching Jess clips, and he reacted to that part, and that made me text the No Jumper group chat. I'm checking Jess clips out, but there is no real metric to tell if the average person walking down the street is smarter than a gangbanger. There's no real metric. You can't really tell. People let them move the goalposts. That's the only thing I said. Of course, gangbanging is not a good decision. It's not a smart decision. But there's no metric, and that's not true, and it's hard to be proven. That's what I said. I'm more disappointed in Ricky than Adam, because Adam is mayonnaise, Ricky not. Ricky over there, chat GB, whatever.
Chat GPT.
Statistics and data and all this little weird shit. Listen, I want them dudes to understand. Every gangbanger is not documented, right? Not documented. Okay, Adam 22 is not from California nor Los Angeles County. If you go to that county jail, majority of them Hispanic, the Mexican sheriffs that's living a alright life, a good life, and being a sheriff or being a sheriff for X amount of years, them are them Southsiders, bro. They locked in.
That's pretty true. That's pretty true. I ain't gonna lie.
So there's no real metric, bro. It's not. I was in high school, and one of my homeboys was the substitute teacher. So you can't do gangbangers like that, bro. People make poor decisions. I ain't gonna allow people to do gang members like that. That just show that you stereotype people, and that's not straight. If Adam choose to hire Crip Max and 4 extras, that's on you. You think it's funny. I don't find at least one of them entertaining. One of them got some funny shit every now and again. It's not funny to me. So whatever. But it's a hard metric, and you will never get the correct census ever.
Yeah, it's a lot of gangbangers with higher education for sure.
I don't even know what.
Hold on.
So I don't know what's wrong with Ricky. And Adam, you're horribly wrong. For sure. And if you hire me because you think I'm a dumb gangbanger, well, fuck you. I don't know. You got the wrong one, bro. On Inglewood. So, but how many in here?
135.
All right. But I really got more to say about that. But I want that exact clip. You know what I mean? I'm gonna find it eventually. But however. This is about Poetic Federal, for real. Another person that stereotype people. And I said before, you don't got to be white to be a culture vulture. This man is most definitely a culture vulture. Right? And I will elaborate on that. But the clip going around where he was attacking the No Jumper cast members, and I can't remember the exact insults he threw or whatever, the names he used or whatever. But
he called y'all morons, dweebs, and circus freaks. Those are the adjectives. Morons, dweebs, and circus freaks. Don't worry about it. Adjectives are hard.
All right, go ahead.
Going on with David. But these people show up time after time after time, immensely uninformed. And it's not Poetic Flakko fault. Trust me. It's not my fault, all right, that the blind dweeb didn't know that David knew Celeste was 13 years old when he was messing with her. It's not my fault. This blind dweeb showed up, spread misinformation for an hour or two, and then went home and still got paid.
She lied about her age. Stuff. Look, a lot of this is fluff. The corpse shit go get throughout, and the lewd thing with the kid go get throughout because they found fake IDs of her, and people that was around David, they all said like, damn, we thought she lied and said she went to USC.
Nah, but public perception is not going to be that way because if you're in an intimate relationship with someone, after a while, you're probably going to know.
Got a video that's on the internet where she was like cursing out her neighbors and shit. She carried herself out there.
Things like that is inexcusable. It's not Poetic Flakko's fault that these dudes are uninformed and doesn't know what they're talking about, okay? I didn't do the topics for that news, so what's the excuse now? David and Celeste has been in the news headline for about 6 months, right? There's been Discord messages that have leaked. There's messages of Celeste's brother, right? There's David going around paying people to keep quiet about him and Celeste. So every fact of this case is pointed towards David knew Celeste's age. Nobody has came out and says that David had no idea how old Celeste was. But your employee...
Okay, listen. Okay. He really mad at Adam, okay? And that's where your
real talk, I can agree to that. He probably really is mad at Adam. Adam is probably the whole reason that Flakko is upset. Because Adam is the reason why, you know what I'm saying, Flakko's not at No Jumper and had to take the humiliation of getting fired and all that kind of stuff. You feel me?
Your energy is really directed towards, because you think he's supposed to, since you put out this little BS content, he's supposed to agree with that, right? Okay, you said I came on No Jumper giving out misinformation. Okay. Now keep in mind, I'm on Morals Over Money TV, bro. I do reactions and interviews right here. Okay. I'm at No Jumper. I'm gonna kick back off Richard Hart. I took a break from Richard Hart, but I do straight politicking. A show with Alex Alonso. We cover current events and cases like the David case, and many others, right? So, okay. I believe we was the first to get on this David case. I've been on the ins and outs of this case a long time.
Let's see where this
Go
goes.
because we've been covering it. Now, since he went to jail, I haven't even paid attention to it. Everything you talking about is new. The grand jury was not made public like Nipsey Hussle grand jury when Cowboy first got on the stand. Everybody knew what was going on every step of the way. At some point, they made this investigation private because people was putting out fake news. So they didn't let out no autopsy information or anything. I know because I'm...
Autopsy. Autopsy was the word you were looking for. It's hard making the conversation, making a point about how smart you are, and autopsy is being mistaken for autopsy. Don't worry about the words, it's hard.
informed. Now, what I said about the little girl lying about her age, it's not a lie. And as my subscribers know, when I come with receipts. I got a receipt book, right? Stuttering Stanley is wrong, bro. I didn't make that up. I got 2 daughters. I'm morally intact when it comes to women. You don't have any kids. You come from a third world place and you have no respect to the opposite gender because you said you give them $150, some Popeyes, and have sex, and you think that's cool. But I'm about to run this. I'm gonna stop one time, cause he's...
Man, don't either one of y'all got super respect for women like that. It's all selective politics, and I don't know why either one of y'all try to put a show on like y'all to save a whole mission.
said I came up to no jumper, and I gave out some misinformation, and they say gangbangers are dumb. Man, all right, go ahead.
Why hasn't he been arrested for statutory rape?
Yeah, because I don't know how valid this is, but they said he was dealing with her, having intercourse with her since she was 11.
I heard 12. So let's say it's 12.
Mm-hmm.
That would be 2 years ago.
That's still creepy.
She just turned 15. So in 2023, she would have been 12, and he would have been 18, going on 19. I think an 18-year-old with a 12-year-old, well, he's 5 years older. So he would have been 17 when she was 12, but he would have turned 18 before she turned 13. He's 5 years, a little more than 5 years older than her.
5 and some change.
Yeah, 5 and some change. So what do you think about a 18-year-old with a 13-year-old?
That's horrible.
Okay.
This 13-year-old is in the 8th or 9th grade and you're getting ready for college.
Okay, a 17-year-old with a 12-year-old, because that could have possibly happened here.
Man, look, bro, that's horrible. The 17-year-old with a 12-year-old is horrible. A 12-year-old is in middle school, bro. You're getting ready for college.
Yeah, but
y'all maturity level ain't even nowhere, like, know what I'm saying? All right, pause.
Here's one thing that everybody is saying, though. This girl did not...
Yeah, that's extremely weird. At no point is that appropriate in any way, shape, form, or fashion at all. It's not appropriate.
Now, I let it be known I'm not cool with that age gap. You can't act like I'm coming like that. I said I wasn't cool with that age gap. You 17 getting ready for college. If she 12, y'all maturity level is nowhere each other. Nowhere. You don't need to be dealing with that. Right? Now, I'm about to run. The next part is gonna be the receipt for this idiot. That's D pulling Adam. Oh, you're your employee. Shut up, bitch. But all right, keep going.
She looked 12. She did not look 13. And
that was aggressive.
When she was on her Discord, she put she was 18 or 19 in her bio, so she was lying about her age. She added about 4 or 5 years to her age. And everybody believed it.
Did they get the impression that this was a romantic couple?
Yes, absolutely. So the people that I spoke to that were seeing them together out in the scene believed they were romantically involved. Now, look, they did not say anything about PDA, said that David was a very shy, quiet person, and Celeste seemed to mirror that as well. So they weren't out there making out at parties and things like that, but they did believe, because they would see them together so frequently, that these two were in a relationship.
Where did they get the idea that she was somehow a 19-year-old going to USC as a college kid?
Isn't that just so crazy? Because, we think, how does a 14-year-old child present as a 19-year-old woman? And I was told that these people were just so sure that she was a college student. They were specific. They said that she attended USC from what they believed. And also she was seen at events where there's age restrictions, clubs and parties and stuff like this where...
Now, that's where it gets tricky at. What if you meet her at a place where she's over 21? But then here's the thing, too, though. They said they would mess with her since she was 12. And then how does a 12-year-old get into a place where you could be over 20, where you have to be over 21? It's a lot of holes in this story, and it seems like a lot of people dropped the ball.
She had to be at least of 18 years
old. Like a whole, circulation of people looking the other way when it comes to flu, flambery, skullduggery.
To get in. And we do know from law enforcement sources that she did have several fake IDs as well. So she was able to get into places where there was age restrictions.
But they say that
Bro, right there. How's that misinformation? Wouldn't you think a reliable news source is more reliable than Poetic Federal? Come on, bro. Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. Hey, you can't ever corner me in, bro. Ever about nothing. If I'm at any place and I just know jumper and I'm not knowledgeable about the subject at hand, I'ma kick back and listen. That's what I'm gonna do. Unless we just talking some BS and I'm just be having fun with it. If it's like a real topic like that, I'm gonna kick back and listen if I don't know what's going on. Now, I don't know, man. I mean, maybe you in a relationship now. You over there. What's that thing called when you off drugs and you be sweating and stuff? You need some more PUSSY in your life, and you can't purchase it like you used to because you over there with the 304 that's using you for money. But
the word he was looking for is detoxing. When things are coming out your pores, is detoxing.
Whatever. But I don't know why everybody had no jumper, except for Doughboy, Lush, and Suspect is idiots because you mad. I don't know. And Lush is a white man, a white Jew with wealthy parents and a brother that's the founder of Indeed that hangs in MacArthur Park from a tagger gang and uses drugs. That decision is way worse than joining the gang on any level. Way worse. And that right there.
Yeah, that's really actually really true. Lush's family comes from huge amounts of success, and he is a drug addict from a tagger gang at 50 years old. That is definitely way worse for sure.
It was to Adam 22. Way worse. And for the masses, you can't even call No Jumper a gang bang podcast no more because there's more people in there that believe in calling the police than the other way around. Moose said he got 911 on speed dial. Doughboy already said he'd tell and or whatever because he's a civilian. Is cool. You already know what Adam gonna do.
We already know Adam gonna call the police.
We know the suspicions of I know for a fact, but to the world, the suspicions of Whack 100. There's more people in there that be on camera that believe in calling 911 than the other way around. Gangbang podcast where? Spotty Face, Young and Hefe, and Munchy B be on camera for 4 hours to 5 at a time, and you don't hear cuz or blood not once. Who gangbanging? Spotty, Young and Hefe, or
that's a real pretty accurate synopsis. That's very true. Who's gangbanging? Nobody's using gangbang terminology. Nobody's using gangbang, rules and dictation.
Munchie don't even make the topics. So, hey, bro, misses with that shit, bro. Flakko, come on, bro. You was trying to interview the dude, Treyway 7. And talk about gang shit and crimes. I said, for what? What do you want to do that for? The Hoover's actively back and forth with people, and you what you want to talk about? You want to nickname him the prime minister? Oh, he like you was back in 2010. I'm not. Whoop-de-doo. What? So what? Oh, well, he do music too. We'll interview him about that. I could go find that text. You don't want to look for the gangbangers. You don't want interviewing the prostitute girly face. The world has no.
Hey, yeah, that's true, Flakko. You do push more trash into the universe than Munchy B, Spotty Face, and Young and Hefe for sure.
Interest in girly face, bro. Believe it. Maybe you wanted to take her for a spin. I don't know, but whatever. Bro, you talking about no hip hop IQ and it's a hip hop podcast. Where's the interview at where you interviewing somebody that's a rapper on No Jumper? Cause you only interview gangbangers and prostitutes on No Jumper, bro. So where's it at? That's what I want to know. And if we talking numbers,
no, that's real. Flakko, all you do is entertain gangbangers and prostitutes on No Jumper. We've yet to really see anything else out of you, for real.
As far as No Jumper go, you did your best when you had a show with me and Spider-Load. Now, let's start from the time Munchie started on No Jumper, Munchy B started on No Jumper, and compare Poetic Federal to Munchy B on camera. Munchy B got a way better success rate at No Jumper than Poetic Federal. So all the YouTubers, go do your due diligence, bro. Poetic Federal, you did your best when you was with Spotter Joke and Munchy B when we had that show. Now I'm starting from when I was there.
That's real. That's not.
Anytime you had the bunkest day out the week when it comes to the news. People went to sleep. It's jumping when Munchie there. Or less on the news. Other than that, they snoring. What are you talking about? You're a bunk. You got to be by yourself, eating a bowl of ice cream in front of a computer, and then you'll play majority somebody else shit, and you'll talk in between. And you good at it. I ain't gonna cap, because you're doing it up on your own channel. But as far as No Jumper, you're a bunk. You was known to have an odor, a foul odor. Everybody clowned you from the women to the men. Suspect, Gina, everybody said you stunk. That's why it's hard to believe somebody will ever give you some PUSSY for free. You have an odor problem. For you to get some ass, the broad got to be at work. She got to be working.
You got an odor problem. It's crazy. That's why.
Stop it. But I'm going to knock out some comments, some super chats, and I'm going to keep it brief. You know what I'm saying? I just have to touch on that real quick. Is that guard hooked up over there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock out some comments, some super chats, and then, you know what I'm saying, I'm about to get up out of here, man. Because it's Friday, and Debo ain't about to break out on me, nigga.
Okay, you got two. The first one is Ashley Nick.
All right, man, we up out of here to the next one. Y'all know the deal is red dots to the left. You know the rest, man. We are gone.
Protest the air, Smith. We on the air. Protest the air at our best. You know that, man. Off the air. You know what I'm saying? We out here, ground zero for the neighborhood hero. We got all four corners. TMC, the marathon definitely continue. Mr. Burger right here, live in the flesh. We out here, man. Trap news. You know that, nigga.
Apollo Texas. When it's dangerous, work all in the floorboard. Tell the ops check the scoreboard. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. And if you shoot, you ain't miss. A nigga ball like game 6. A nigga ball like game 6.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bush and you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6.
Game 60 bands on my neck when I got it on me. And I remember I was broke, I never let them hold me. Final seconds with my back against the wall. 81 point strong with this K, I call it Kobe. Running through this lettuce, nothing you can tell us. Gotta watch my back, I know that they get jealous. Real shit, I got rich, ain't gotta embellish. Real life made men, they call us good fellas. And I ain't got anxiety, I know it's intuition. May never love a bitch, but I for sure play my position. I know the streets talking, I'm cracking, so I ain't tripping. I said I play for keeps, but I guess them niggas ain't listening. Sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. Nah, you can't come outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's never outside, nigga.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous.
Then went and told my ops check the scoreboard. Money in the attic, work all in the floorboards. Late night, that's the life that we pray for. Overtime with the pack is what we in the game for. Put myself in the game and everything is just a memory. Made a couple plays for the pain, not an enemy. Gotta watch my friends more, I gotta watch the enemies. Niggas hella fake, I know what enemies intentions. I let it go until it click if I'm aiming. Started staying safe and ended up staying dangerous. Game on the line, see the pressure I can take. Hall of Fame shit, so if it's mine, I'ma take. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Missing with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Missing with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6.
Safe like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas always inside when it's dangerous. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.